Hey y'all, it's your girl Pound Cake, and today we're gonna cook some food. Like, I'm about to prepare some chicken enchiladas for me and my friend. I am still here in Chicago, and I was like, why not record some content? I'm about to be cooking, and the only time y'all see me cook is when I'm meal prepping. So yeah, we're making some enchiladas. As you can see, these are going to be the ingredients I'll be using. I'm going to be using green chili enchilada sauce, some diced green chilies, which are fire roasted and peeled. We're going to have some refried beans, some Spanish rice, and I'm doing chicken as well as shrimp. They're going to be mixed in together. It's going to be like both chicken and shrimp mixed together. And yeah, some Columbia Jack cheese, onion, cilantro. And yeah, we're gonna do the damn things. Now, like I said, you guys always see me just cook meal prep, and today I'm cooking a meal for y'all. So we're gonna go ahead and get into it. All right, guys, we're gonna start off with chopping up some onion. I choose just to do a yellow onion because that's what they had on hand. Well, that's what my friend had on hand, so I went ahead and chopped that up. Now, the size is kind of up to your discretion. I actually am a fan of onion. I love onion, so if they're bigger pieces, again, that doesn't bother me. But we're gonna go ahead and chop those up. And then we're going to move on to deboning the rotisserie chicken. Now, I did rotisserie chicken because it's super easy. Like, you buy a chicken, it can be cold or warm. It doesn't really matter. This happened to be a cold chicken that I got from Walmart in Chicago. But what I do is I go ahead and take it and remove the meat from the bone as well as the skin, because we don't need to use the skin. So that's what I'm doing here. You want to make sure you take all the bones out. Don't leave any like bone fragments or any of those bones that do kind of, you know, get away. I do sometimes leave the gristle because, again, I like the texture as well as the chew. But as you see me here, I'm going ahead and separating the meat from the bone. Now, you may see me drop some skin in the bone, but again, that's just because I'm removing it. Of course, I take it out once I do finish peeling off that section. Now, it is better to work with either warm chicken or hot chicken because it's easier to remove or to separate. I'm working with the cold chicken, so it's giving me a little bit of problems. But again, you're going to get the same result at the end. So here I'm just finishing up, getting a little last piece of meat fragments that are in the bottom of the bag because we don't waste nothing, okay? But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and just make sure that I do get this shredded and just kind of further check for any like bones or anything that was missed here. That's what I'm doing now. Now I'm using my hands because I'm eating this. My hands are clean. Mind your business. But we're going to go ahead and set that aside for now. I was saying I'm about to put some oil in the pan and fry the tortillas. If you're not frying your tortillas before you roll them, and again, if you are not rolling your tortillas, what are you doing? Like, for real, what kind of tortillas are you, or what kind of enchiladas are you making? Like, no flavor, doughy, they're going to break apart. Like, come on, let's be real here. So, anywho, get you a little bit of oil. My friend has vegetable oil, Wesson. So I'm putting a little bit of that in the pan. And I'm actually going to keep it out because sometimes you're going to have to go ahead and put a little bit more oil in the pan. But we're about to get busy, y'all. I can't believe we're about to cook together, y'all. All right, now I'm turning on the stove. And I'm going to go ahead and put down my skillet with my vegetable oil in there and let that go ahead and get hot. And once that is hot, I'm going to start adding my tortillas. Now, I am using corn tortillas, and I do kind of dip the tortillas a little bit to kind of absorb a little bit of the oil, so it's easier when I do go ahead and fry them on each side. Now, I keep them down like no more than 15 seconds because I don't want them fried hard. I just want them to kind of be a little bit easier to work with and more pliable. And I like a little bit of toast. I like to toast it a bit, you know what I mean? So just like those, you know, ghetto house tacos, when you want to go ahead and, you know, fry the shell, same type of, you know, pretty much the same thing here. Again, I don't keep them down to fry them. I just want them to kind of, you know, cook a bit so that it's easier when I go ahead and get them rolled. So that's what you're seeing me do here. You can see my shells are done, so I'm going to go ahead and set them aside while I go ahead and start to cook up my onion. Now here I'm using the same skillet with the residue from the oil from the shells, and I'm going to go ahead and cook down my onions just to kind of soften them up a bit. I like them translucent. I don't really care too much for crunchy onions or like a raw onion taste. I like them to be cooked, but I'm adding my seasoning here. I'm using onion powder, some Kinder's lemon pepper, which is what she had on hand, and some garlic powder as well. And I'm going to go ahead and mix that together and kind of cook it down a little bit till they're transparent. Now that my onions are done, I'm going to go ahead and switch pans, and I'm going to go ahead and start to cook down my chicken. Now I am going to just throw the chicken in there and kind of let it go ahead and get warm so that I can start adding seasoning and my other ingredients. So I dumped the entire bowl in there, so we can make sure that's cooked. And you know, we don't leave nothing behind. We use everything. So as you see me getting the last little bits here that are stuck to the bowl with my kitchen, or with her kitchen tweezers. So I'm going to go ahead and allow that to kind of heat up. Make sure that it's kind of dispersed a little evenly. That way, you know, everything can warm and get, you know, cooked properly. Now I'm doing the same thing here. I'm adding the same seasonings, the onion powder, the Kinder lemon pepper seasoning, as well as the garlic powder. Now I don't want to put too much seasoning because this was already a rotisserie chicken, and it was, I think, lemon pepper flavor, so I didn't want to add too much salt. You know, we gotta watch our salt, y'all. We can't be out here swelling up like a balloon, okay? But I did go ahead and add some chicken bouillon to the chicken because I want to go out and give it a little bit more flavor. So I added a little bit of chicken bouillon to go ahead and kind of give it a little kick. And I'm gonna go ahead and mix that together before I start to add my other ingredients as well to make sure that is warm. Now here I'm going in with my green chilies. They are roasted and peeled as well and already diced, so I don't have to worry about that. So I'm going to add 2 cans of that into the mix, and that way we can go ahead and get that started. Now I'm also going to go ahead and go in with some sour cream because I like my enchilada mix to be a little creamy. So I add that water that's on top, and I add about a dollop and a half. Here I only added a dollop, I believe, just to kind of make that interior of the enchilada a little creamy, because that's how I like it. So I'll go ahead and add that, as well as I add a can of that green enchilada sauce on the mix as well, to kind of get with that creamy consistency like what you see here. Look at that. All right, now we're going to assemble. Here is our filling, our tortillas, our cheese, and then our sauce. Now this is not the normal enchilada sauce that I normally use. I normally use El Paso, but at the Walmart out here, they didn't have it. So, you know, you gotta make do with what you have available, and that's what we're gonna work with. Hopefully it's good. I know my filling's gonna be fire, as y'all can see. But now we're gonna go ahead and put these enchiladas together, so let's do it. Now, as I mentioned, we're going to go ahead and assemble, and I did add that green enchilada sauce to the bottom of the pan. I feel like chicken and green chili is where it's at. So I added some of that Kobe Jack cheese, my filling, and I rolled, tuck, and slide it to the side. Now I'm doing 2 rows, and again, you don't have to put too much in there. Now what I did was I did go ahead and cook that shrimp I had and diced it up and did it off camera. All I did was add some Old Bay for real, and then I mixed it in with that chicken mixture as well. Now I'm going to go ahead and continue to repeat these steps. Add cheese, filling, roll, tuck, and slide. Now I do add some more of that green chili enchilada sauce as I continue to roll. As you can see, it's kind of out the way, so I do add a little bit more sauce as I continue. But yeah, that's pretty much it, you guys. After I fill them up, roll them, I top them with some additional sauce as well as some cheese, and I probably bake them for about 25 minutes on 350, or until that cheese is golden brown at the top, nice and melted. And y'all, these are a hit. There's so much flavor, so flavorful. And although I didn't use my normal, you know, ingredients that I use when I'm at home, they still came out fire. Now off camera, I whipped up some cheesy beans and some Spanish rice, and y'all, it came out fire. If you decide to make this, let me know how it worked out for you. Talk to y'all later. See ya. Peace. See you.